Hi everyone, how's it going? Hi Doodle Mom, hi in the bushes. Hello, hello. So guys, we're going to be talking about the updates in the search for Tyler Doyle. If you didn't see my previous video that I just dropped though, about 45 minutes ago, please go and check it out as well. It is about a young man. He's between the ages of 13 and 17 years old, and he was found wandering in Texas. He is nonverbal and he is autistic. And so police are trying to identify him. They are trying to find out exactly who he is, who left him wandering on his own, and what possibly could have happened to either his parents or his caregivers. So please, go check that video out if you haven't already. And yeah, so let's talk about Tyler. Hi in the bushes. Hold on one second. I'm gonna have to mute Discord because it's going off. Give me 1 second here. Where's that remote at? Sorry. Oh my goodness. I couldn't figure out how to mute the server. I'm like, oh my goodness, how do I mute this? And I was getting all kinds of stuff going off in the background. So Tyler Doyle, you guys, he is still missing in he went missing in South Carolina. Give me 1 second. So they are still searching for him. This is kind of a little diagram somebody on Facebook made today, and it kind of gives a description of where things are going on right now. It shows us a little bit about where his boat was found, where his waders were found, and then his ducks. Just kind of a rough, loose sketch of it all, right? Oh my goodness. How do I make this stop? Sorry. I don't know if you guys can hear the dinging, but it's like going off like crazy. So I got to figure out how to make this stop because it's going to make me mad. Like, okay. Hopefully that does it. I muted everything. You can't hear it. Okay, because it's going off like crazy and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it needs to stop." Going off like crazy. Okay. Yeah, Bot is sleeping on the job. Good afternoon, Locomai. How are you? Okay, so put a one in the chat if you have not heard of Tyler Doyle yet. We did talk about him yesterday, but I am curious how many of us have not ever heard of him yet while I check on my Bottissimo settings. Hi, Search and Rescue Canine Mom. How are you? You just had to restart your bet. Yeah. Okay. I think I should be okay now. Let me pull up some of these most recent posts. He has a Facebook group as well, you guys, and it is still going off in the background. How do I make this stop? His Facebook group is already up to 27,400 members. It is growing so fast. Here's the link to the Facebook group if you guys would like to join. Yes, please keep praying his wife and family need closure. Exactly. Sorry. I'm not usually this distracted at the beginning of a live, but I also don't normally have like 100 notifications going on in the background. So, okay, so this is the Facebook group, you guys. A ton of information is being put in here and it is growing extremely fast. Earlier today, it was it was just a few, I want to say 15,000 maybe, and now it's already up to 27,000. It says this group is growing fast, which is great. We are so glad more people are joining to help find Tyler. We currently have a small admin mod team and they're looking for more helpers for that. So if you guys are in this area and you want to help with that, they do need help with a mod team for the Facebook group. So there is a man who is named John Johnson, and he has been posting all day and all week really about the search for Tyler. And that is who we are primarily going to be looking at his profiles. His wife has kind of gone quiet a little bit, and I expect that. I mean, with all of the chaos and confusion and the search and the devastation with everything going on, totally understand where she is at right now, headspace wise, where she is also getting bombarded by questions. She's getting bombarded by trolls. I've actually haven't had it happen on my video from yesterday. People who are also, animal activists have been attacking this family, attacking comment sections and things like that, going on and on about how, well, because he was hunting ducks, he deserved what he got, basically. And that somebody actually commented on my video and they said, um, something along the lines of, well, that's good for the ducks. Actually, I do wish harm on people who hunt. And so he got what he deserved. And I was like, whoa, absolutely uncalled for in this situation. On top of all of that, they also have people posting his arrest record and they are trying to insinuate that charges that had been dropped along a good period of time ago, that he was doing court for them at the end of this month, and so that he's not actually missing, that he is on the run. And there's a whole slew of people that are trying to get people to stop searching for him. I want to tell you guys, none of that is true. I can pull up the charges and I can show you guys there is nothing on his record for that. Those charges were dismissed. It was a self-defense situation, from what I understand, and the charges were dismissed. That is just based off of what I'm getting told and what has gone through the grapevine and reading through these posts and things like that. And at the end of the day, the situation that we are looking at is a man is missing. His wife is 30 weeks pregnant. And this is an absolute and total tragedy, and their entire community has been affected by this. Everyone. They had 60 to 70 boats out on the water today, and they should have, I think they said 70 to 100 tomorrow, and they're expecting about 300 searchers out on the shorelines. And so this community is not going to stop fighting full force to try to find where Tyler is. And I have so much respect for them for the way that they are coming out in force. Give me one second. Oh, thank you so much, B Tim, for the super chat. Thanks for covering the case. Yes. Okay. Yeah, ignore all the negative feedback from all the heartless people who have nothing better to do than start rumors. The family has way too much on them now to worry about people's nonsense. Yes, Josh Johnson. Thank you so much. Josh Johnson. I think I said John Johnson, didn't I? Thank you so much for correcting me on that. Yeah, what I have seen has been ridiculous as well, BC. It's been disgusting. The way that people attack families that are going through these tragedies, I will just never understand it. You wish you were closer. You have a bloodhound you run. Oh, wow, that would totally. Yeah, I know that they have my goodness. I know that they have bloodhounds that are supposed to be there tomorrow based on some of the posts that I've read from Josh. And again, he seems to really be leading the way on social media for keeping us up to date. I'm not sure if he is a family member or how the connection is. Alicia, are you related to him in some way? I just noticed that your last name is also Johnson, and I'm just curious, like, is there a relation between him and them? Or is he just doing this all out of the kindness of his heart? Because I'm going to tell you, his post, how much digging he has been doing, how much coordinating and help and leading the way. It has just been absolutely mind-blowing, and I wish that every single family had somebody like Josh that could help them, because I'm telling you, I've covered so many cases over the last year and a half that I've been doing my channel, and it's overwhelming to see how amazing he is doing, not only searching, but also keeping the curious public up to date every single step of the way. I know that that takes a huge load off of the families whenever they do have somebody that advocates for them on social media. And so, tell him thank you on behalf of us, on behalf of the curious public that wants to know and that are out here praying for Tyler to be okay and for Tyler to be safe. And for him to be able to make it home to his family one way or another. What Josh is doing, providing that service for us, and for the search, it's absolutely, absolutely amazing. I agree. Can never have too many bloodhounds searching. I agree. Yes, the community has absolutely come together, and it is it's impressive. You don't see that in every single case. You do not see that in every case. And so it's been amazing. So at 7:03 p.m., Josh Johnson posted Tyler Doyle journey. Says tomorrow the main focus will be inside of the river channel in Cape Fear River, deep as it will go, making all the smaller boats very useful. The rain will be cold tonight for him, but luckily the waves, if in the ocean near Carolina Beach, will keep pushing him back south to an extent so he will not float in one direction as fast. Through Saturday, the waves are supposed to stay within 2 feet, stay within 2 feet with the wind currents pushing south and inward towards land. However, the ocean currents love to pull north, so as stated before, it should slow his speed with the wind and currents going in opposite directions. On Saturday, with the wind going directly in, it should bring him closer to the shore. Can't say for sure where he's at, but looking at his trail of decoys, the main focus is the Cape River channel. If he is not in the channel, the strength of the water pushing him in should have brought him closer to the shore, despite being miles out if he was. Tomorrow we will have bloodhounds, hunting dogs, German shepherds coming, as well as 60 to 70 John boats. The deep boats will be about 1 to 10 miles out, those who are capable. He is believed to be wearing a life jacket or laying on the decoy bag, so he will be noticeable. And then he says, I'm not confirming this life jacket. I'm just saying what I personally believe. His khakis will appear black. You will have to see him first as he is saving his energy for us to find him and being still. And so there was 3 life jackets on the boat at the time of this accident, and they have found 2 of them with the boat. There is a blue life jacket. I could be incorrect about this, but I'm reading everywhere. A blue life jacket has never been recovered. And so the hope is that they found his hip waders, they found his vest and his heavy garments like that. The hope is that whenever he realized that his boat was going down, that he took those heavy garments off and put a life jacket on. So that is what we are hoping and praying, so that he can be found all right. Yes, Josh is doing an amazing job. Absolutely amazing. So this is some pictures of the beach area that he put. Sorry. And like where they're hoping to search. And we can pull this all up on the map again too. And then the water heights that they're expecting. So then, okay, so it's 8:55 p.m. It says Tyler Doyle journey. I've seen the post about a picture of gray and black, and we have people checking it out. We do not believe it's him, and we are going ahead with the search tomorrow. We see y'all's messages. It has been addressed. We need to keep searching. And that's the other thing, like, everybody is watching right now live cam feeds. I am seeing post after post of the live cam feeds, people circling items, people, you know, trying to watch these cameras to see if he should pop up on one or be floating in the water. And so that's one of the things that, Josh put out there too, is we would be looking for something very small in this water. And a lot of the things that are getting tipped in right now or sent to family to get checked or even posted within the Facebook group, people are circling things that often tend to be buoys or birds and things like that. And so Josh had posted for everyone watching the live cams, this is what we are looking for. He will be bigger the closer he is, smaller the further. He will be much bigger than a bird, but not massive. We think he has a life jacket on or is floating on top of a decoy bag. The khakis and coat he has on will make him out to be black in color since the water is on him. We are gracious of every tip, just posting to try and help people figure out what to look for. Like I told everyone, I've been out on the water this week. You will know it's him when you see him. Bigger than a bird, but different in shape than a buoy. Tyler Doyle is waning. Picture is for reference to help those who are unaware of what to look for. And then this is just, this is obviously not Tyler in the water. This is something that he did for reference sake of what people, if you are watching the live cameras, what you should be looking for. So this one is that picture that I have on my thumbnail. And it is again, his boat was found, and then his waders were found, then 3 decoys, then the 1 decoy, and then they have found these decoys over in Southport. And let me pull up Google Earth real quick because I know we have it mapped out as well. Oh my goodness. That's scary hope. We are not sure that he had a life jacket on, no BC, but it's believed since they have not recovered another life jacket yet that he possibly could have put one on. So I've seen conflicting information about the person who was with him. And at this point, they're not identifying him and they're also not giving us much feedback on what, if anything, that he remembers. Um, Basically, what I had heard though was that whenever this incident happened, he was left on the jetties and Tyler was either picking up his decoys or trying to lead the ducks to him. I've heard both stories. And then once he did that, he hit a rock, was taking on water, and that he actually called out to his friend, a distress call to let him know, "Hey, the boat's taking on water." And then next thing you know, he was under, and his friend lost sight of him. Yeah, that link is for Wrightsville, but you can change the camera location. Yeah. Okay, let me get you the live feed link. I know it's in here. Let me actually get you guys, like I said, I'm gonna go over to Google Maps real quick. So the picture that somebody was asking about, was it checked on downtown Wilmington 745, says that the police have checked it out and it's not him. So if anybody is in the chat that was wondering about that, okay, there's actually a pretty extensive list of cameras. So I'm going to post them a little bit at a time here, but this is all the different cameras in that area. So let me see how many I can post at a time. It's all going together as one thing. Hold on. Basically, from one link, though, you should be able to go to everything or to all of the other links. So that's from the Outer Banks. Let me get you guys, this is Holden Beach. So, actually, sharing links won't work in the chat because I have that feature disabled, unfortunately, because of bots. They have not found him yet, no. He has still not been found, and, yeah, I think the one thing that keeps being reiterated, though, is, please don't contact the family if you don't have to. Like, if there is not a confirmed sighting or whatever, go through the admins, go through the friends and things like that, but, like, Tyler's wife is 30 weeks pregnant, you guys, so we're trying to keep all of the extra stress off of her as much as we possibly can. Mhm. Oh, the iPhone link to join. Oh, thank you so much, Dominic. Yes, I know. I know Holden Beach as well, Hope. I grew up there. Whenever I was younger, we lived there for a couple years, and then I still have family that live right there in the Holden Beach, Wilmington area. And so that's kind of why this case really got close to me. Whenever I read it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, like that was literally my backyard. Literally, I could walk through the woods from my house in Charlotte out onto the beach." And so, you know, it's very, very devastating. Yeah, less is best for them at this time. And honestly, we were going to be sharing her link to her baby registry, and everything has been purchased. Like, absolutely amazing, phenomenal of the communities that have gone out and just donated everything that they can to this family so far. There is a GoFundMe link, you guys, if you are interested in donating to his family, because here's the reality of this situation. If Tyler is found alive, if he is found alive when he is found, he will need a medical stay. He will need to be in the hospital probably for an extended period of time to deal with hypothermia and other things. Should he not be found alive, and this is a devastating situation where, God forbid, he is found deceased, this young mom, I mean, these are young people. He's only 23 years old. She's going to be starting her life with a brand new baby without her husband. And she's a school teacher. And I don't know how many of you guys are school teachers, but they do not make much. And so this is going to be a single mom if that's the situation. And so this GoFundMe is there to help with funeral expenses and then any other things that she may need over the course of this. But I'm sticking with God on this one, and I am praying and hoping that he is going to be found alive. I think that there is still a possibility that he could be on one of these little islands just waiting for us to find him, just waiting for you guys to find him. So, thank you so much for joining, Dominic. I really do appreciate all the support and the love from you guys. Honestly, that's why I do this, because families need this help. They need this help, and if we can get one more person to hear about Tyler's case, if we can get the awareness to one more individual that may have a bloodhound, that may have a boat, that may be able to walk the area, that may be able to just share so that other people can hear it, so that other people can see his face and know that he is missing. That's what this is about, to get this out there. I know it's hard, Dominic. Unfortunately, I don't think that will be the case. I know. Okay, so let me pull up Google Earth for you guys. Okay. So this is where um we were looking the other day. And so this place mark here is where his waders were found. From what I understand, this accident occurred. right in this area at the edge of, like, where the ocean is, and then this wait, it's down here by Little River, and it was, like, right around here where this accident occurred, and they found his boat not far from where the accident initially occurred, but then they found his waders over here, and then I didn't drop the pins for the other ducks, but there were ducks that were found, you know, probably right in this area out from, Oak Island and Holden Beach, and then they've been finding ducks now over here in this inlet, which is a good thing. You know, if he washed towards the inlet, that's best case scenario. That's gonna be his best chance for survival, in my opinion, right? It only takes one person to see him. It cannot be shared too many times. 1000%. 1000%. I am too, BC. I'm still hopeful too. Yeah, God is in the miracle working business. We just have got to keep faith. We do. We do. Let me pull up. Can't believe I am in awe of how many Facebook posts there are in this group. Like, God bless this admin team because it is moving fast. Like, every time I go to look, I just looked like an hour ago. I was planning to get everything set up and I was like, "Oh, I'll show these posts and we'll look at that." And I come back an hour later and everything has changed. Like, it is just nonstop moving. And that's great. You know, all these people who are searching and looking and getting this out here. Hi, Grandma Sherry. His only chance for survival, or at least to be found, and a body is to be buried and not lost at sea. Yeah. Yeah, that's the last thing we want is him to be lost at sea out here. I mean, this distance even that the ducks are traveling, and somebody even said, you know, is there a chance that he's on this duck bag and that he's releasing the ducks almost as like a trail to show people which way he's going so that the ducks keep floating ahead of him or to wherever. And I mean, anything is possible. Anything is possible. It is. The community is so amazing and caring. There's a picture of him with his wife. Again, like I said, people are watching these cameras and anything that could possibly be floating in the water, like somebody circled this and we're thinking it was a duck, one of the dummies. I don't know if it ended up being or not, but it's been amazing how many people are taking their time to sit and watch these cameras and just wait and search. I don't know why that highlighted. Stop highlighting. Oh my goodness. Why is it doing that? Hold on. There we go. So, seal from 25 to 30, I believe, is what they said he had with him. So on 1/26/23, he went missing at this area over by the Little River. That's where the accident occurred. You can see the little yellow area. His waders were recovered and his wallet on 1/31. They recovered 4 decoy ducks, it says, on 2/1. They recovered one decoy duck up here by Holden Beach on 2-1, and then they recovered another decoy duck over here, but that one possibly could have been found on 129, but they didn't find it until 2-2, which was today. Yes, I can show you guys a picture of the decoys, absolutely. Funny because whenever you put type, Josh's name in, he's actually trending on Facebook right now because so many people wanna know and wanna keep watching. I know he's posted pictures of the decoys that were found. Here we go. So this is an example of one of the decoys, and it was found over there. You're a member of the Coast Guard. You've been tracking this case since it began. Thank you so much for your service with the Coast Guard. Yeah, you didn't realize they would take that many? I don't know a thing about duck hunting. I know nothing about it. Charleston was SMC, however, we were involved too. That's awesome. You think your uncle would take, like, 8 decoys when he went hunting? I guess he had, like, a whole bag with him, and they're saying 20 to 25, and they float. So that's one benefit. If he has the decoys with him, he could be floating on the decoys is what they're thinking even. But again, I mean, like I said, the most important thing that we can do, um, the most important thing is to keep sharing his story and keep getting them as much help as they possibly can get out there to help find him. They're pretty noticeable. Yeah, I would think like because they don't move like a bird would, that you would notice the difference because if you see a bird floating in the water and it doesn't fly away, she's gonna decode with the decoys now. Hunter Hadley. Let me look that up. Oh my goodness, he went missing too? Just the same week. That's crazy. What are the chances that 2 duck hunters went missing at the same time frame? Says boater still missing in Calhoun County search continues. Hunter Hadley has been missing since late Friday night when the skiff he was on with another man collided with a barge. Oh no, according to the U.S. Coast Guard. The other boater, McCoy Wagner, was found and taken to the hospital with injuries. Search efforts continue Wednesday in the intercoastal waterway near Port O'Connor. Calhoun County Sheriff Bobby Vickery said in a Facebook post. In a Saturday afternoon news release, the Coast Guard said they were notified of the collision at 10:56 p.m. by a vessel that had been towing the barge. Calhoun County Chief Deputy Johnny Kraus said they received a call at about 11:20 p.m. The Coast Guard said Hadley was not wearing a life jacket. The search continues for Hunter. Texas Parks Wildlife is on the water now, with technology being employed to discover Hunter's whereabouts. Thanks to everyone who has offered assistance of all kinds for the searchers, Vickery said in the Wednesday afternoon post. Authorities did not plan to suspend the search as of Wednesday. There are no plans to suspend the search. We were told this afternoon that Texas Parks and Wildlife was calling an investigator to determine if searching will continue or if suspending the search was most viable. I had not heard absolutely anything about this until you just said it. That is crazy. They had a prayer vigil for him. I mean, is his community has his community come out to help as well? I know, I hope him and Tyler are both found alive. Both places are so cold right now. Yes. I had not heard anything about him, honestly. Wow. As if you are a duck hunter, be careful. Be careful. I couldn't imagine colliding with something like that. You know what? That kind of makes sense because people in the comments were saying something the other day about the person he was with having hypothermia and things like that. And it didn't make sense because the the individual was supposedly left on land. So I didn't understand how people were saying that he supposedly had hypothermia. I am betting people are getting these both confused, like within the comment section. I'm betting any money that somebody read about Hunter and thought that it was Tyler. They're still searching for him. Yes, Tim Miller is close to there. Texas EquiSearch, that's who they need to get on that case for sure. Hunter Hadley. Wow. BC, can you text me that name so that I can look into that a little bit more? That way I don't forget about it. So, I don't know, guys. There's really not much else to put out there. I wanted to come on and do a brief update and see if there was anything new and what was going on. I planned this afternoon. I was really hoping to be able to come on and say like, "Hey, they found him." And that is not the case. They're still out searching tomorrow. They are hoping to have as many people as possible out there tomorrow. This is getting to a point where he has been gone for 7 going on 8 days and they need to get him found. This is now an urgent situation. If there is any chance of survival, he needs to be found soon. So I love you guys. I am going to go ahead and sign off. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming. Thank you so much, B Tim, again for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. And thank you, Dominic, for joining. Anybody who is interested in donating to this family, BC, if you could please drop the GoFundMe link again, please, and continue to pray for a miracle. So I love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.